Hi everyone, welcome to my first Project Life video of 2021. Now, I used to call this my daily life video. Well, first I started calling it Project Life, then I called it Daily Life, but I realize a lot of you know what Project Life is more than the word daily life, so I've decided I'm just going to refer to it as Project Life. And I usually slip up when I'm talking about it anyway, so that's my decision for now. So this is my Project Life album. And I've mentioned this to people in the past. I've, mentioned doing my daily life album. Some of you seem interested, some of you didn't. That's totally fine. If you're not interested in this as a daily life, everyday picture thing and want to use anything I say on here, like for just a pocket page album of any sort of like a vacation, I hope that I can be of some help. But I have some ideas that I have learned. So back in 2009, it was Project 365, and it was a pretty crazy selling thing. And that was literally a picture every day. I did that. I did all but 3 days, and I literally got a picture every day. But I add a lot more to my album now than I did then. And no, I did not print the pictures. I put it all together, and it took a while, but I love that album. Now, I have learned a lot since then. I didn't do it after that. I was like, oh, no way am I ever going to do that again. But when I look back at that album, I really enjoy, the kind of smaller photos that are photos that I won't necessarily do a 12 by 12 layout about. And there's other things I put in there that I, again, wouldn't do a 12 by 12 layout about that I just enjoy. So I thought, well, instead of sitting here explaining to you guys what I'm doing, I'm going to talk about a little bit more about how I've made this process work for me. And maybe you can get some tips or tricks if you do the project life or if you want to do pocket pages, different things like that. So I think I started doing it again in 2012. And I think maybe back then I kind of tried to do still a picture every day. It's kind of fun to do that, but it can also be pretty stressful. So I don't do that anymore. One thing that I have learned for my process to make it a little bit easier, and this is the first time I'm ever going to really try it, but I've already done 2 spreads. So January is completely done, and I will do a video for both of those. But one thing I've really learned that I want to try, and that again I'm liking a lot, is my weeks used to always be a week, like Sunday through Saturday. And sometimes I would have, like January 1st through 17th from that Sunday to Saturday all on one spread, but it was always started on a Sunday and always ended on a Saturday. And there was times when there's pictures I might not have put in because I wanted it to be Sunday through Saturday and I didn't have that extra pocket. So this is the first time around that I'm actually going to just go by month. And so you can see I put January on there. I did come back and add for this spread the dates that I ended up on, but I no longer care if it's Sunday through Saturday. As long as it's January, and some months might even mix in between, like January and February. So I'm not worried about that. As long as I have the date card with the month on it at the beginning of, so like January will be at the beginning of all the January pictures, and February will be at the beginning of all the February pictures. That is my goal. And I can tell you already, I felt a little bit like freer doing this. I didn't feel stressed like, okay, where am I going to fit all these pictures? I didn't feel like I had to lay them out. If you can tell, I'm working one like card or layout at a time. I'm not worried about where each one's going to go and pre-laying it out, and I used to draw it out in a book and write them all down where they were going to go. So not having to do that was really nice this time around. What I'm using here, one thing that I really enjoy, and I will leave a link below, and if you sign up for them, I don't know if there's a rewards, but if you wouldn't mind mentioning my name, I would love it if you would do that. Studio. I love their monthly kits. So Some of these things came with the kit. I believe all those punch out and the sticker sheet, maybe, I can't remember. The hearts, I think, was an add-on, but you get free shipping on anything you add on. There's like a special subscriber day. It's the 10th, I believe, and anything you purchase, you get to add on to the shipping of your kit for no extra charge. But all of their stuff coordinates together, much like Doodlebug and Echo Park, how they all use the same colors. So here's my album here, and I will do a video talking about my ephemera albums or my sticker albums, whatever. I've had a lot of questions about those, and I have every intention to do a video of that. So I will talk more about that. But that one there that you saw is all LE Studio stuff. And I like it because, again, it all coordinates together because they basically always use the same colors. So when I'm done with everything from this spread, I can put this all together in there and use it on other spreads and no problem. But my biggest problem right now is I don't have anywhere to put that 3-ring binder, but I'll figure that out. So you can see I've put all my puffy stickers. They are a great place to get puffy stickers if you like puffy stickers, because the only thing with some of their puffy stickers is I do feel like I have to add a little bit more of adhesive, but I kind of feel like that with almost everything nowadays, so it doesn't really bother me. So that is one thing that I really enjoy. And there's lots of different kit clubs out there, and I honestly don't know of many of them because LE Studio is the only one I really get nowadays. So a couple apps that I like to use that really help with the process. So if you look at the card that says Silly on it, you might have noticed there was 3 pictures printed on one 4x6. I use an app called Pick. Let me see. Is it Pick Stitch or Pick Frame? It is called Pick Stitch. So it has all those different kinds of layouts where you can go add like 5 photos or 6 photos, and you can kind of customize it. I don't know about the other one, but so there's a Pick Stitch and a Pick Frame, and I have Pick Stitch, and I'm not sure about Pick Frame, but the one thing I don't like about Pick Stitch is that you can like zoom in on the pictures before you print them, but you can't zoom out and make them smaller. And I know there's another app out there that will let you do that, and darn it if I didn't delete it off my phone, not even thinking about it, because I didn't know what it was, and I wish I would remember it, but there's so many out there. So, and I can talk more if you are interested in any of these apps that I'm going to mention in this video or any other videos, because I just want to kind of help you guys know how to streamline this process and what I've learned over the years. So I do that with my Pick Stitch, and then I can print, multiple photos. So like these 3x4s, I can print more than one on a page at a time, and it turns out just fine. And you just print it like a normal 4x6. You can even if you don't print it at home, you can still send it in to like somewhere like Shutterfly, as long as you've saved it and, you saved it to your photo album and put it in just like a normal 4x6, then they will print it. So that's pretty cool. And I don't know about 5x7s or anything like that. I've never tried to use those with 5x7s, but I know they have an option to do 4x4s. So that one's different when it comes to having someplace print it. I'd have to look at that and do that again. It's been a while. But now a lot of places do print 4x4, so that's not even really too big of a deal. Probably be just the same cost. Although I will say, I got some pictures from Shutterfly just this last week or two, and I'm not too happy about the quality. So I'm really starting to think maybe I'll just start printing all my photos at home. I haven't decided, but I don't know. One thing I really, really love talking about pictures, the reason I do these albums is because you can probably see these are pictures that won't need a full 12x12 layout. Now, I've mentioned in a video a long time ago that whatever you want to scrapbook about that makes you happy, go for it. And I even made a comment and kind of joked about if you want to scrapbook your big toe, and I will never forget there was somebody who laughed about that and said they were going to take a picture of their big toe. So if that's who you are, I would love to know, because that I still think about that comment and it just makes me laugh. So, but one thing about it is these are pictures that I won't necessarily make a 12 by 12 layout of, you know, like the air fryer up there. We had recently got an air fryer. We're making fries for the first time. Do I need that picture in an album? No, but I kind of like it because it's part of our life. It's part of what happened that day. Do I need a 12 by 12 album or page of that? Definitely not. Not unless I'm a super foodie, you know, something like that. But again, if you want to, go ahead by all means. I have no problem with that. I want you to scrapbook whatever makes you happy. But for me, I have so many other scrapbook pictures to scrapbook that if I added on the food ones too all the time, I would never be done, right? So, anyways, that is one thing I really love. Another thing I really love to add into these albums is quotes and funny things that my family says. And let me tell you, my boys are so witty. My husband's freaking hilarious. They keep me laughing constantly, and it's amazing to me how quick they can come back with anything I say. They easily like respond. Oh, it's crazy. But I use another app for that, and I probably could find a way to combine all these things together on one app or something, but I just haven't. I'm just letting you guys know what's out there. It's called Day One, and it's a really good one. If you want to do like a little jot of journaling for a day or something, or add a picture, you can add pictures to that one. Um, I use it mostly to add in the funny sayings. So when I'm going to put together my Project Life album, I know what date I have a quote to put on there. And you will see some quotes throughout the year. These first two spreads, there is actually some quotes, but they just happen to go along with some pictures this time. So they don't have an actual, usually I take a 3x4 card, and that's the only thing on that card is the funny thing. So it catches your attention when you're looking through the album. I mean, it's a lot of fun to go back and be looking through these albums and see what somebody said and like, oh, I totally remember when they said that. And then you laugh all over again because it was so hilarious. So that's just a little something, a reason why I like to do that. The other one, so if you look at the fries in the air fryer up there on the top right picture underneath the red stripe with the heart, I used the Collect app for that one. Now, I really love the Collect app for the way it prints out. And I can't remember if there was one on the other layout. You will see me use that quite often. What I like about that is you can add the picture. It puts the date on there for you if you want it to. And you get to put a little bit of journaling. So it's kind of sums up what that picture's about, and I don't need to add any extra journaling. This time around, I don't know if I'm going to actually journal on I don't think I will. You can see I put a little line of journaling above that photo I think I did on the other page where the boys were playing around outside in the backyard, and you will see photos. I'm not going to have still shot photos crazy. The photos at the end of this video is not very good. I'm sorry. I didn't realize my arm was partly in the way, but it's coming up here. But you will see the way it looks. I did cover up a couple photos that just are personal and my choice to cover up, and you guys don't seem to care about that. As long as I'm here to give you pointers if you're interested in this. So I will quit talking and I will talk more about everything in the next spread. So I will see you then.